Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm pleased to make a contribution on part 4 of this bill, and I'd like to pick up on the remarks that my colleague, the Honourable Damien Connor, has made regarding the power to enter premises without a search warrant that are conferred by this bill. And so I know that the committee, I understand, had considered that and some amendment had been made, but I particularly am just interested by the provision that it involves marae. And I know that certain marae around the country are of food businesses now. They do have commercial activities or cafes, or they do sell food on their in their wharekai or across their marae facilities. So clearly they fall within the ambit of this bill. But I guess it is reassuring to know that the Select Committee, I understand, has taken consideration of the fact that it's not appropriate, even though there may be good cause for a search warrant to be carried out, whether there may be an outbreak of some terrible gastric outbreak, and there are multiple type to try and find the source of it. A marae may come into the mix, and it's important that the authorities act quickly. I think they do need to, sensitivity does need to be applied, particularly as we know, maraes do perform a lot of cultural practices for Māori whānau and hapu, and I'm particularly thinking of when the tangi is on, and it would be insensitive for authorities to barge into a marae, barge into a wharekai without a search warrant, claiming the powers that they have under this bill, at that particular time when there are so many other things that are going on with the marae whānau, and that's just in the event that there are customary practices and tikanga and other things going on around a tangi. So I understand that under this provision there is they are not allowed to enter without a search warrant to a marae when those sorts of things are taking place. And so we do commend that aspect. But otherwise there are wide powers conferred under this part, sir, to many different territorial authorities and all of the other different charged officers and the like that will be performing functions under the Act, and obviously they've been all well thought through. But one that I am particularly, I think it will be interesting just to see how it will operate in practice, is the wide powers that are conferred on the Chief Executive of MPI. If you go through the Act, sir, and particularly in this part, there are very wide decision-making powers that rest with the Chief Executive, and those approvals relate to documents, facilities, persons. There is and it's quite a large discretion. I guess there is, and I would hope that the Chief Executive would have the right skills and the right advice being given in relation to all of these matters, because it is a statutory power that they do have, and a lot rests in that role. Because I think back to the former Ministry of Agriculture, I guess, and the senior role used to be in the hands of a Director General, and the Director General had very it was different to a Chief Executive type role. The Director General generally had some sort of scientific, agricultural, agribusiness type background. Obviously a Chief Executive is quite different. It's using modern, I guess, government corporatisation type state sector terminology, Mr. Chair? Mr. Chair?
David Shearer. Oh, yeah, well, I've given it over here. David Shearer.
Mr. Chair, thank you for that.